I've just had my, oh my god, I'm old moment. Let me explain. Not a good weather day. Actually, I should say, this isn't the first time I've had a I'm old moment. But I'm really feeling it more and more often. I am sure most people have had a moment when they go, especially if you're younger, you'll have a moment where you go, you're speaking to your mum, your dad, your granddad, whatever. Yeah, you know, Grandpa, just turn off the Wi-Fi and turn it back on again. What's the Wi-Fi? How do I do that? Or hey, yeah, Mum, just turn your Bluetooth off. Turn the Bluetooth back on again. Yeah, you'll be good. How do I do that? How do I Bluetooth? What's Bluetooth? Or yeah, you just got to connect. You've got they're wireless, and so you have to connect them to your phone using. How do I do that? That kind of thing, right? We've all had it. We've all experienced it, where something that we are so used to is like completely foreign to somebody else. We take it for granted. Maybe we grew up with it. We saw it as it got kind of developed and became mainstream. We know how it works. But for people who didn't spend majority of their life using those things, it can be a bit kind of foreign, a bit weird, and I don't know, man. I think I'm flipping over to that other side. I'm on that other side. There's some things I don't get it. I get it, and I don't get it. It's wet. I got ready to take Charlie Spaniel out, and he's having none of it. So why is it that's catching me out, man? Why is it that's making me feel old? User interfaces, user experience, user design, like element design, really throwing me off. Navigation of what should be really basic systems are throwing me off. Like, because to my parents, certain things aren't overly intuitive. Like I said about the whole connecting things to Bluetooth or whatever. I just have to look at something and go, yeah, you probably press that button, or if that doesn't work, you press and hold this button, and then you have to do that, and that'll bring up this. And to me, it makes sense. To them, not so much. But it's now at the point where I'm looking at things going, why does it do that? And understand, I'm really old as far as design goes. And I'll age myself now. I come from a time before iPhones. I come from a time before everything had a mobile version of a website. I come from a time before what do they call it, the burger menu? I hate that thing. When I started in design of that kind of stuff, we were still using WAP. I've got a phone call. Just had to help with family shopping. That's what the call was. Right, where was I? WAP. You don't need to know what WAP is to understand how old I am, but it was the internet before everyone had smartphones, mobile phone, internet, before the smartphone. It was a very different internet. Hang on. I just realised, Dark Thunder Original, 25% of my daily recommended sugar intake comes from this one can. Shut up, stomach. And 17% of my salt intake. So what's that? 17% plus a couple of Call of Duty lobbies. And I'm done. Yeah, got a bit distracted again because coming here, the wife's here, and we just had a laugh about the time she almost killed me with the CRT. I was working on the arcades in the corner, and she plugged it in as I was working on the CRT. And there was the boom of the CRT coming on, and the oh fuck as I dive back towards the wall. It's like, yeah. Don't think I ever needed a cleaner pair of shorts quicker. Anyway, cleaner pair of shorts. I mean, the idea that I'm working on a CRT is enough to stain my shorts straight away. I don't know what it is. Well, I do know exactly what it is about CRTs, that I love them, but we've got a history. Right. Once upon a time, there was a completely separate internet for phones. Like back your old T9 text in, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. That was the way you used to input web addresses, very cut down. You didn't have a smartphone. Smartphones were PDAs, and if you wanted one of those, you'd have to have a business plan at a mobile provider, and internet, cellular data, was an optional extra. You had to pay for that kind of stuff. So I'm from a long time ago, before Wi-Fi and all that. This is before the Appleification, modernization of the internet, like what web are we on now? 3, 5, 98? I don't know. Before everyone Appleified the internet. Because at one point the internet was kind of cool and random, but it made sense because everything was where you could see it. And then all of a sudden there were like loads of clicky menus and stuff. Everything tried to become apple.com at one point. It became incredibly clean, sleek, simplified, because Apple were trying to push. This was the iPhone launch as well, comes on a little bit later. The iPhone comes out, they put a web browser on, it's like, hey, you've got the web in your pocket. Things start to change. They try to start like simplifying the internet, keep it nice and clean, nice and simple, because they're trying to get normies on the internet. Normies, like not tech people who know how to set up a modem and all that kind of stuff. And you get these phones, they've simplified the internet, but the trick is, what I think is going on here is that where we have massively simplified the internet and kept it clean, we've now had generations of people grow up on the simplified internet, and our needs have expanded beyond the capacity of that simplified interface. And so now, where we're trying to expand all of the stuff on the burger menu, there's no kind of logical place to put it without it looking messy, and people don't like messy these days, so nothing's really practical. The bit that threw me, or the bit that throws me, the YouTube comment section. This is part of the kind of simplification thing. Do you mean the comments themselves are throwing you off? It's like, well, it's not the idea that I don't understand what people are saying, even with the daft language that people use these days. Don't get me wrong, my generation said some really stupid things, we made up loads of different words, fantastic, cool, every generation does it, I understand all that. It's the comment section management itself, not the content of the comments, not the quality of the comments or anything like that. Managing the comment section has made me feel really old, because I noticed someone leaves me a comment, and it's hit and miss as to whether or not I get a notification that I get a comment. And I've had some cracking comments, by the way, some absolute belters from people who have opened up about their lives in ways you wouldn't generally expect someone to talk to a stranger, although maybe that's something that people do more these days. I mean, I'm pretty much an open book, so I can imagine there are plenty of other people out there doing it, but absolute belters of comments. But as I say, it's hit and miss. Do I get a notification for it? So do I know that the comment is even there? If I get a notification for the comment, I can then go into the little commenty box thing, but it's already applying filters to the comments. So there's no guarantees that you're going to actually see all of your comments in the comment section box thing on the website. And then if you click like a thumb up or a heart thing, like a like or whatever they call it, I think it is just a heart, that's considered a response. I just said, well, I just do that to say I acknowledge that I've read your comment, kind of thing. I haven't replied to it yet. I'd like to reply to the comment. But then it's gone. It disappears because YouTube automatically applies a you've responded to it filter to the comment section, and so it disappears. It doesn't actually, like, it doesn't organize things per video either. So it'll go, this video just got a comment, this video got a comment, that video got a comment. And so if you're trying to get into a mind space of what a certain topic was that you were talking about that you're replying to, you can't, because you can't organize things by video, unless I suppose you have to go into the video section and then click the video and then you can click the comments. I don't know. So you can't organize that. You can remove the responded to filter, but I found that even then it doesn't always show me every comment that's come up on the video, so I don't always see replies to comments, and sometimes I don't even see comments at all unless I were to click the video and do the thing. And there are some other filters on it that I just don't understand the point of. Like, why? There's a filter on the comment section that says, do you want to filter comments by number of subscribers? I said, why would I give a shit if someone that's got 1 million subscribers has commented on my video? Like, there is one of those options, like greater to or equal, is it less to or equal than? I don't fucking know. I can't be bothered with that right now. But there are filters for that. I understand why you do that, because you want to kind of maybe filter out some of the spam bots because they're not going to have any subscriptions or whatever. Or maybe there's someone who has left a comment that you want to keep track of, and they might have a certain subscription count, but still, it is such a pig to navigate the comments. It's like, why is this a thing? It's like, there's like I can't words. Obfuscation, that's the fucking word I'm going through, I think, of just features. Like, I don't like that they're automatically filtering things for me as though I'm too stupid to understand how to do it. I see that a lot, actually. This kind of knock-on effect where we start to oversimplify the thing. Like, oh, there used to be 3 options. Now we're going to combine it into one and turn it on automatically. And we're not actually going to tell you what 3 options were stuck together to make this, but you'd have probably gotten better results had you have had options equal to the 3 that were there before, that this was combined into. I don't know. It really does feel like we went one way, people have grown up and they've got more demanding needs from these systems, and now there's no room to really expand it whilst keeping that aesthetic. And because they can't keep that aesthetic, they're having to slap on extra tools or extra things to make it seem clean whilst not being. It just makes me feel so old. Just so old. It sounds really silly, I know, but why you do this to me? I got distracted again. And it happened again. This whole kind of making things difficult to find and just hiding things. I thought I was losing my mind. Well, it seems to be kind of a common practice now. I can understand with stuff like unsubscribe from this service, whoever makes the service is going to make it really hard to leave because they're dickheads and they want money. But there are some things, I was diving around Final Cut today, having a look around. I know how to use various different editing programs, which is probably why I find some of these UI changes really weird. But like, a thing I use in Final Cut quite a lot, I couldn't find it. It's like it's a modern, clean user interface, but it's only clean until you start trying to do something with it, and then it starts to get really messy because you've got to click the thing to bring up the inspector window, then from the inspector window you have to click the other thing, and then it gives you a list of other things that you can do, and then from that list you have to find, like, I was like, where the hell's the thing that I need? It's gone. You go down the list and there's like it doesn't make it clear that there's like a thing that you can use to expand the list. So then you expand the list and there's the thing you want, but the thing is, the thing you want isn't called what it's supposed to be. So then you click the thing and you do the thing and it just, but it's not, that thing isn't with the other tools that do that job that are called the thing, the name that you expect them to be called. Why is this a thing? Modern interface design, guys, come on. It just makes me feel so old. Once upon a time, things just were where they were. If you wanted a video plugin, it was with the video plugins. If you wanted an audio plugin, it was with the audio plugins. If you wanted to do compositing, you had to have a compositor. Like, all of these things had their jobs and their places, and now it's just like, let's just take the things and then try and super simplify them, and then nothing works. And if something crashes or breaks, dude, give me an error report. Tell me something, please. I shouldn't have to be on Linux to find out why something's bust, man. But on every other fucking machine, once upon a time you'd get an error code or just something would come up on screen, and now it's just like, nah mate, don't worry, we'll try and fix it for you. It's like, fix what? What happened? and my fucking poor brain's like, I don't get it. And so I'm like, no wonder some people, you've oversimplified it to the point that no one actually understands what's going on anymore. Oh, I'm fucking off. I don't know if any of that actually makes even the tiniest speck of sense as to why I now feel old, but I know things have to change, but logic and reason should have a bit more of a push, a bit more weight on this thing, shy of it looks clean, it's aesthetically pleasing. By the way, when I said earlier lean, like, I don't mean like lightweight, because the more they start to pretty this stuff up, the fatter it got. Fucking terrible. Anyway, I hope you're well, and I'll see you all with a bit of luck in the next one. I've got shit to do, and I've gone and burnt near enough the entire day doing other stuff for other folks, and just all got away from me. So imagine what happens when one thing gets cancelled and then like 40 more things get piled on top. See ya. Bye.